Your grace and glory. You know, today is a very special day, not only here in Oklahoma City, but also there in the great city of South Bend, Indiana, there at the great cathedral, the Notre Dame Cathedral. Those of you who know Arita Carroll Tolliver, Arita Carroll Spinks, know that her daughter is getting married today at 1 o'clock, and she's getting married there in the great cathedral there at Notre Dame. And we're looking forward to getting a live report coming straight out from the cathedral there. It's really been a fantastic week here in Oklahoma City, and especially up there in South Bend, Indiana, where Terry Lynn Spinks has been getting ready to make sure that everything would be right for this special wedding. She has a very special color she has, but I hate to take away some of Mom's thunder and some of Shelly's thunder and some of Merle's thunder by telling you ahead of time what it is, but don't worry about it. We will be hearing from them shortly. This part of the program has been brought to you by Hometown IGA. It's located at 2001 Northeast 23rd. They're at Martin Luther King and 23rd Street. You can get some great bargains there. You can get great bargains on food, meat, bread, anything, you name it. Hometown IGNNA will make sure that you get the best price, the best value for your money. Today's show, we don't know which way this is going to go, do we feel? We, we're just kind of,
Well,
well,
I'll tell you what, Kevin.
don't tell me what to do. See, here you come here with some
you,
mess now. Okay.
you don't want me to get started, see, because,
Well, I know the school is out.
yeah.
I know that you've had a great school year.
Oh, man.
And you taught a lot of kids
Thank
this
you.
year. But I
Thank
thank
the
you
Lord.
for teaching them. Okay.
Hey, thank the Lord.
Okay.
Like I say, Calvin, we can go many ways today because, see, it ain't nothing but a blessing up in here today. KTLV is a blessing to me, and I hope it's a blessing to each and every one of the ones that listen to us.
Well, those that
Each
don't
and every-
now those
yeah.
that don't listen,
Now, those that don't listen,
we
oh,
got, we're
I can,
converting them now.
I guarantee you, Calvin, believe it or not, you'd be surprised at the people that listen to your mom's program. And I'm not gonna say Sister Clara Luper. I'm gonna say, "Ooh, she is an
Woo.
evangelist.
All right,
She's that great civil rights leader,
yeah.
and I got songs all day long I can play directly to the ministers, the whole Church of Christ, the whole body of Christ, I should say. But however you want to go, I'm
Okay,
ready to
no
go.
problem. You know what we're doing. This is May 30th, and we are looking forward to the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant that will be June 20th and 27th. Uh, we have buttons, we have T-shirts, but we have very few tickets left. Now, the contestants that will be in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant will have an opportunity to win scholarships. Miss Black Oklahoma will receive a scholarship. She will receive a scholarship to the school of her choice. She will receive a free trip to Atlanta, Georgia. She will participate in the Miss Black America pageant. You know the contestants. If you don't know, just keep listening. We'll give you that list in a minute. But these young ladies are preparing themselves now, and I know that there are only just a very few tickets that will be available for the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant that will be June 27th, starting promptly at 7 p.m. You know, during the week of June 20th through June 27th, the contestants will be in town, Oklahoma City here. The pages will be in town. The staff members will be here. And as we tour our great city, we want you to, kind of put out a welcome sign for us. If you have a business, if you have some place that you just like to say, welcome, Miss Black Oklahoma, do like Deacon Gates does, or Brother Gates does down there at 2609 North Martin Luther King, where he helped make people beautiful. But every year he has a sign out there, welcome, Miss Black Oklahoma. It doesn't seem like much, and it only takes a very short amount of time to make a good sign, but it makes the contestants feel good. It makes the pages feel good. It makes the escorts feel good. You know, this is the great year because of the fact that our page program has grown so, and I got a call late last night from a young man that's in California. He's been a part of the page program for the last 6 years. He called me, will I still have a place to be an escort at the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant? I told him, Ryan, yes, you do. Don't worry about it. And he's looking forward to, I think he'll be in Oklahoma City next week to start preparing himself for a part of the pageant. We're proud of Ryan because he's graduated from high school. But then just on the way out here this morning, I had a great opportunity to see a young man that is extremely proud of the things that he's done. He's up at United Discounts at 36 and 36 and Kelly Street. Now, Brother Graham, not only does he have a great business, but he's really, really proud. And those of you that are out and about and need to have your prescriptions filled, go by there today and pat him on the back and congratulate him because we now have a new lawyer in the family. We now have a new, he got his master, I think Graham's son got his master's degree in economics. And then his niece just graduated also from law school. So good things are happening to those of us who work hard. But sit back, relax. Make sure you've called that friend, call that neighbor, and invited them to be a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show, here live and in living color, KTLV, 1220 AM. And we will be back with you shortly. Part of the program is being brought to you by Chauncey Chardina's. The part of the program that I'm talking about is the Clara Luper Radio Show. Chauncey Chardina's Daycare Center is located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street. That phone number, 424-4656. There's also another location, 2611 North Martin Luther King Avenue, Chauncey Chardina's Daycare Center. But we'll come back and we'll tell you a lot more about Chauncey Chardina's Daycare Center. But we have our sports reporter, a recent graduate from Star Spencer High School. Good morning. How are you doing this very beautiful morning? Who am I talking with?
Talking with Brandon Bryan.
Brandon Bryan, all right. Tell us about what's going on in the sports world, and welcome back to the Clara Luper Radio Show. How does it feel being a graduate?
Well, it feels really nice.
Do you have a good job yet?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Are you going to college?
Yes.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Oklahoma State University.
Well, that just leaves me speechless. Another cowboy coming up. Whole Aggie jokes are right on time now. But tell us what's going on in the sports world now, Brian.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Bryan, bringing you your Saturday morning sports page. In the NBA playoffs, the Pacers barely eased on by the Bulls with a score of 92-89. So there will be a decisive Game 7. So, people, will Chicago play Utah again this year? I don't know. And George Karl, head coach of the Seattle Supersonics, was fired since Seattle did not advance far enough in the playoffs this year. In college sports, the WAC conference is breaking up, and the schools forming a new league are Air Force, Brigham Young, Colorado, San Diego State, Nevada, Las Vegas, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. In Women's College World Series, the Fresno State Bulldogs shut out Dynasty University 1-0. This was Fresno State's first national title in any team sports, men's or women's. BYU has launched a campaign to overturn a recent NCAA ruling on Sunday sporting events that will prohibit BYU athletes from competing. BYU wants to override this decision because it is a Mormon school and they do not want their athletes playing on Sunday. The NCAA requires 30 colleges for an override. However, BYU has enlisted 35 colleges that support the BYU rule. Former Grappling State head coaches had a game named after him. It is called the Eddie Robinson Classic, and Nebraska and Louisiana Tech are the teams who will play each other in that classic. In Major League Baseball, Mark McGwire became the first Major League Baseball player ever to hit 25 home runs before June 1st. In the American League, the Mariners beat the Tampa Bay Devil Rays 5-2. The White Sox kept their socks clean after they knocked off the Detroit Tigers 11-7. The Cleveland Indians danced on by the Blue Jays 6-2. In the National League, the Cardinals whooped the Rockies 4-1, and the Phillies beat the Cubs 8-7. Because Mark Grace messed up 2 times in one play in the 9th inning as the Philadelphia rallied for 2 runs and a victory. And in racing, Eddie Cheever won the 82nd running of the Indianapolis 500. So once again, this is Brandon Bryan, bringing all you folks out there in Radio Land your Saturday morning sports page on the Clara Luper Radio Show. Yo, 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 yo.
All right, Brian. When did school start? I mean, when will you be going up there? Will you be doing summer programs at OSU, or how are you preparing to go to college, Brian?
Well, I'll be going up there August the 17th. So,
Will you be participating in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant this year? That will be June 20th through the 27th. The 27th, of course, is the actual day of the Miss Black Oklahoma 1998 pageant. Will you be there?
I think I just might be there.
You think you just might. Will you be an escort this year?
I think I just might be.
You just might be. No telling. Well, congratulations, Mr. Graduate, and thank you so much for the report. You think we'll be able to have you on the air next when school starts? Will we be able to get a full report from what's going on there in the great Aggie country up there in Stillwater?
I think so.
You think so? I'm glad to see you thinking this bright and early. Call that friend, call that neighbor, and tell them to listen to the Clara Luper Radio Show. Thank you so much. You heard it. You're at the sports. This is part of the program has been brought to you by Exotic Florist. Exotic Florist is located at 3620 North Lincoln Boulevard. Now, if you like I am, you love giving people special little gifts, and a flower, a rose, coronation. Hey, it doesn't matter what the occasion is, but it always helps to brighten up the day. Exotic Florist, 3620 North Lincoln Boulevard. They take care of plenty of business up there, as a good friend of ours used to say, and they always are looking for your business. But they need your business. You need their business, and you need to see the freshness and the crispness of their flowers. But here on the other line, we have a young lady that's been working with the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant for some time now. She's been over the judges, and that's a very difficult job, just getting these 12, 13 people to come in and and to be prepared to judge. Now, I don't know that much about what happens, because one thing I learned working with the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, you have a certain area you work in, you don't ask nobody else what they're doing. But we have Mrs. Hunter here on the line, and she may just share some information with us about what the judges do during the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, or what they will be doing this year. Good morning, Mrs. Hunter. How are you doing?
Well, good morning, Calvin. I'm doing nicely, and I want to say hello to everybody out there in Radio Land. I hope you're listening to Clara Luper's program this morning, because I will share some of the things that judges will be doing, since you have mentioned that, Calvin.
Right.
Usually, when they come in, and I've already gotten a call from New York. I have one that's coming in from New York, and I have a call from one that's coming in from Houston, and a call from one that's coming in from Wichita, Kansas. So
Okay.
judges are calling in and letting me know that they will be here.
Well, what will they
And
be
when
judging on, Miss Hunter?
I beg your pardon?
What will they be judging on during the Miss Black Oklahoma? What will the
They-
contestants be judged on?
Right. We have, first we have the interview. They will interview the students to see how they articulate. And then they will be judging the talent numbers to see how well they can perform and present themselves. Then they will be judging them on the swimsuit to see how relaxed and calm that they can be in a swimsuit without feeling the sense of fear and embarrassment. And then we will have, the swimwear, the talent,
The evening wear.
and the evening wear,
Okay.
and the projection. Now, in the evening wear, we see how graceful they can walk, how poised they are, and how comfortable they can be in all of the competitive things. And then the question and answer, which is one of the important things for the contestants, and the judges prepare the questions for them. And they prepare the questions from the interview, because after they have talked with the contestants, they have a knowledge of what they are about, and then they write the questions in accord to that.
Well, the judging doesn't start, though. Let's see, the pageant, the actual pageant will be at the Rose State Auditorium there. And
That's on the 27th.
27th. So the judging won't start until the 27th, will it?
We will have the judges' dinner on Friday evening if all of the judges arrive. And if they arrive on Friday evening, we will have the interviews on Friday if all the judges are here. If not, we will have to have them during the day Saturday.
All right. Well, I'm
Usually
looking
on
forward to the.
Friday.
Okay, I'm looking forward to the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant 1998 style. I
Oh,
just
yes,
wonder
I'm
what our
looking
theme
forward
is
to-
this year.
I'm looking forward to that also. And, all during the week, the public is really, I don't know, Clara's told the public's invited, because we have activities beginning on Sunday. And
That's
Monday,
June
Tuesday,
20th,
Wednesday,
right.
Thursday, and Friday. And Saturday just culminates the activity. And the public, if you don't have anything to do and you want to find out and see something great, come out 2 days in and meet the girls, meet the contestants, meet the advisors, and meet me if you have not met me.
Okay.
And especially we have speakers for breakfast speakers, luncheon speakers, and then we have speakers for dinner speakers. And come out and listen to the speakers that we bring to the girls to see what they're going to talk about when we're talking about the egoistic dreams for a new day.
June 20th, June 27th. Well, this time is just flying by, and I know that we all are ready. But Mrs.
Yes.
Hunter, something special happened to you a couple of weeks ago. A young man or someone you know had an opportunity to be in the Supreme Court, not as a defendant, not as a plaintiff or anything, but a young man that we all know that's a lawyer,
What
an attorney now.
he was there to defend. Not I was thinking that he was going to defend a client, but he was there defending a decision that was made by the state of California.
Okay, well, hold that thought, Mrs. Hunter, because we have live and in living color coming from South Bend, Indiana, the Notre Dame Cathedral. I think that's where they are now. And they're getting ready for the big wedding for Rita Carroll Tolliver's daughter, Terry Lynn. And Terry Lynn is a former Cincinnati Bengals cheerleader. Terry Lynn is a graduate of Northwest High School. Terry Lynn has gone on to, I think it was Wilberforce University where she got a degree from. But we're looking forward to hearing this report that's coming up now. Call that friend, call that neighbor, invite them to be a part of this radio show. Mrs. Hunter, hold on just a minute because we're going now to our main hostesses, a young lady who's traveled many a mile but is constantly doing something good for people no matter where she goes. Good morning, Mom. How are you doing?
Good morning, Calvin, and a happy good morning to all of you in Oklahoma City. Calvin, have you ever been in Chicago
Yes.
the day before the Bulls are going to play basketball?
No, I haven't.
I've never seen anything like it. Little Bull fans, old Bull fans, and young Bull fans. But it was different here in Indiana, where the people were waiting to see what would happen between the Bulls and the Pacers. And it happened last night. And certainly this town went crazy. Yes, we are here in South Bend, Indiana, one of the oldest towns in the United States. We're at a university that's over 152 years old, where at 1 o'clock today, one of the former original citizens' daughter will be married. It will be quite an occasion. It will have all of the glamour, all of the excitement of this part of the country. And when we think of that, we will give you a full report on that next week. But in the meantime, people are asking us about Miss Black, Oklahoma. And there are some questions that we have not been able to answer. Who will be the next Miss Black, Oklahoma? We do not know. But when I left Oklahoma City, I knew that we had only a few tickets left. And the people that are interested in attending this affair on June the 27th will have to contact one of the contestants.
Mom, where will the pageant be held? I know it's at the Oscar Rose Living Theater. Is that what they call it?
Yes, it's the Oscar Rose Performing Arts Theater in Midwest City. The excitement will come as the young ladies arrive in Oklahoma City on June the 20th. The president of Rose State College will speak to them, the president of Langston University, and we could go on down the line. But it must be pointed out that this will be the largest number of young ladies that have ever participated in a Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. In spite of it all, we continue to grow. We continue to grow because we understand what growth is. And when we arrived here at Notre Dame, one of the first questions was, when will the pageant be? We will be down to enjoy all of the things that go with the pageant. Calvin, how's everything in Oklahoma City?
Everything is fantastic. We're extremely curious here, though, about Terry Lynn getting married there in the great historic cathedral there at Notre Dame.
She will be married at 1 o'clock. Last night we had the opportunity to attend a rehearsal dinner here at the Marriott where we are staying. She has bridal maids that have come in from all over the country, and one little girl, formerly of Oklahoma City, flew in from London. The young ladies are downstairs now in a brunch, and Calvin, you should see them. They are beautiful young ladies, and it really shows what can happen.
Well, you know, we all know, I know that one of the most beautiful bridesmaids will be my dear sweet sister Shelley. I know she was excited because she and Terry Lynn have grown up together. I don't think they played marbles, but they skated and did all that together.
Well,
This is a highlight.
Prejudice, Calvin. All of the young ladies here are very beautiful. And so a special hello to everybody from Ruth Tolliver and from Rita. There are people here from Oklahoma City. I saw Larry Jeffries is here along with his two sons, and that's quite a thing. If you could have seen all of the grooms and whatever you call the people that are grooms for what have you, and the brides lining up here in limousines to go to Notre Dame for their rehearsal, you would have been real proud.
Okay, Mom, who will Terry Lynn be marrying?
Oh, a young man that I will tell you about next week, his last name is Norman.
Norman. Okay,
Yeah.
so it won't be any more Terry Lynn Tolliver,
Dillard,
Terry Lynn
James
speaks.
Dillard.
Yeah, okay, Mom, it's always great to leave Oklahoma City and to travel, but I know that South Bend, Indiana has a special aura about it. I wonder why did she choose to be married there in the great historic cathedral in Notre Dame?
Those of us that are growing up and those of us that are well-read like to do something that's different, and certainly this is different. How many of you have ever heard of a young black lady married in the cathedral here? I think they call it the Basilica of Sacred Hearts. Who ever heard of that? And those that are able to climb new mountains and dream new dreams of that's what the civil rights movement really is all about.
Well,
Yes.
Mom, it's my insurance agent up there, Merlin Hildred, whose office is at 730 West Britain Road, and they're open now for your convenience. Matter of fact, 8430811. But is Merlin in South Bend with you?
Merlin is here, and Merlin and I are having breakfast together this morning along with some other people. And it's really interesting to travel, to come in contact with people with different views, different ideas, and I'm real excited about it. And I want to say a special hello to all of you in Oklahoma City, and Rita and her family would like to send thanks to those of you that have remembered her during this exciting time.
It certainly is, but our exciting time is coming up. Tell Terry Lynn, tell Mrs. Tolliver, tell her of Terry Lynn, just being able to, when she was a cheerleader, I'd be looking at TV and I'd be looking for the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'd find them and I'd just be jumping with Terry Lynn there. And I know that she's taking that same enthusiasm into preparations for this marriage.
We've done everything, and naturally, one thing that's exciting about working with so many people, you have so many opportunities, and I would like to thank Ruth Tolliver and others for giving our family the opportunity to spend some time here in South Bend, Indiana. The beauty of America, though, lies not in its beautiful buildings, not in its rivers and lakes, but in the diversity of our people. And we see that diversification here in South Bend. We see it in the wedding ceremony. We see it in the rehearsal dinner. And to hear the priest pray last night was something that was quite interesting.
Okay.
Kelvin, I've got to go.
Well, don't go in no rush now.
I've got to go because I'm part of a party up here that I'm happy to be a part of. And I would like to say to all of you in Oklahoma City, if someone should ask you to support the Miss Black Oklahoma, do it. And it's interesting to note, and I've been very critical of Mr. Pringle and the Urban League, because last year I went to them and I said to them, these are the dates that we have for the Freedom Fiesta, which marks the beginning of the sit-in movement, and we want to cooperate, but we cannot change the date. And naturally, he set his date again during the Freedom Fiesta. And I can understand it, because it was not the Urban League members that sat in, that went to jail for this cause. And they are having their affair at the same time as the Freedom Fiesta. And the people that understand how black folks got into the various hotels, I know will support us. And then, to surprise it all, they have set their banquet on the same day of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. I do hope that in Oklahoma City, we will form a unity. And we used to have a unity when Leonard Benton was there, but now with people that's coming in who are parasitical to what's happening, I can understand. This is Clara Luper saying, whatever you do and wherever you go, remember, we might be stupid, but we aren't fools. Hello and goodbye.
Hello and goodbye. There you heard it, live and in living color, coming from South Bend, Indiana. My dear sweet mom, and she added a little bit there on the end there. I didn't know that was happening, but it's always a difficult task to have a major event. You always hope for the cooperation of many people, many aspects, and many facets of the community. But boy, when you constantly running into the same problem. I don't know. Maybe we'll work it out. And one thing we will do here on the Clara Luper Radio Show, we are going to work this out. I had Mrs. Hunter on hold there. I don't know if she's still there, but if not, Mrs. Hunter, we're
Yes,
looking
I'm
for.
still right
Okay,
here,
you heard
Captain.
that report from Clara Luper herself from South Bend,
But let
Indiana.
me say this, Clara, Calvin. I thought the purpose of the Urban League was to help develop the community, not take from it, to help develop the programs that is in the city of Oklahoma City. I thought that. Now, maybe the Urban League is not to help people or to help the community.
Now, don't be too.
But I
too-
remember
Miss Hunter, Miss
the
Hunter,
person
wait.
who started the Urban League.
Miss Hunter,
Uh-huh.
let's look at this now. What I think from what Mom is saying, what I know, is that on scheduling the dates of activities like Miss Black Oklahoma, on say scheduling the dates if you wanted to have a religious concert, you always check around and kind of coordinate it because there are
That's what
only
I'm saying.
and you get
Coordinate the program.
programs together, so
And
there's only so
because
much we can do.
We make the Urban League. The people, when I say we the people make the Urban League. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
The Urban League is
I know where I'll
not
be
an
June
adjective right
27th
now.
at 7 p.m.
But
I know.
let me get back to
Okay,
something.
let's go back to where we were talking. We were talking about the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant that starts promptly at 7 p.m.
That's
27 days from today, 28 days from today.
Right.
And no
So
matter what
if-
dinner it
when-
is
if you have
or
not
what.
gotten your tickets and you are in doubt, then you can give me a call, and I'll be happy to see that you get a ticket, because this is going to be a wonderful affair. Okay, so I'm looking for you to call me, 427-3925. So, Miss Hunter, where can I get a ticket so I can let you know? Because you may not know the contestants, but now that you know where you can call to get a ticket, you do know. But, Calvin, you know school is out, and I want to talk with the parents about their children now that school is out, because we need to do something to keep them off the streets and just into dives and places where they do not need to be and should not go. Now, I know we do not have a lot of free activities, but we can go to the library. So if you haven't been taking your student and your child to the library, go to the library.
Which library do you suggest, Miss Hunter?
Ellison.
Just Ralph Ellison there at
Library
26 and
on the
23rd
23rd
Martin Luther King, across the
Right.
street from hometown IGA,
Right.
2001 Northeast 23rd.
And, and right up from Gates Barbershop. So
Okay.
you can't help but find that. And then the churches every year have vacation Bible schools. Take your child and enroll in Bible schools, and if you got a check, you can go maybe every week, because from one church to another, maybe you're having some Bible schools, and take him there to get him into some educational activities. Then we have the summer programs, and take them at the Y. The Y has
Yeah,
some
that's what I
summer
was.
programs, and maybe, I'm sure, the Urban League may have some. And I'm
I
not
don't know,
going
but
to
I know at the
say
Y.
that you cannot go there.
Mrs. Hunter, you know at the YMCA they have that karate class,
Right.
and that has really shown great development, and the young people that I've seen have been involved with that. You can just see their growth and their maturity coming out now, just in this short time that they've been in the program, that the program has been in existence.
That's right. And then if they can afford it, some parents have a little more financial aid than others. So you can take them to the zoo. If you have not carried them to the zoo, you can take them to Frontier City. And then you can take them to Whitewater to swim, and you can take them to the Douglas swimming pool and the chiropractic center. You can take them to the movie. So those are some things that you can do for your child so that he can be occupied in the summer and not just roaming up and down the streets, because I think if we can get them into educational activities, we can cut down on some of the unpleasant things that we see our young people doing.
Well,
But
Ms.
Calvin,
Hunter,
I
what
have a
we have to
question.
do is work together on this now. You know,
Right.
not only do these different organizations that you mentioned, not only do they have programs, but it behooves all of us to make sure that the young people we know are actively involved in something. I mean, the parents already have a lot of responsibility, and they've done well in getting the kids through school this year, and so there are some other things that can be done. And I invite you to come by Freedom Center there, 2609 North Martin Luther King.
That's
We
right.
will
We're
be
there
having some
every
summer
Monday night.
activities, right?
Every Monday night at 7 o'clock.
Right.
So if you haven't been there, come by and see the number of children that's there and participating in the program. And this coming Monday night, we're going to have a wonderful speaker. So I'm not going to tell you who it is, so come by, and he has some good information for us.
Oh,
And I
Mrs.
want to
Hunter,
ask a
let me
question.
let me do this before I run out of time here. Dr. A.L. Dowell is located at 934 Northeast 8th Street. Dr. Dowell is the best optometrist in Oklahoma. Dr. A.L. Dowell, 934 Northeast 8th Street. Invite you to go by there.
That's right, and get your glasses, because if you need to see, that's the place to be at A.L. Dow.
Okay.
So go on
That's
down
good.
to
I like
A.L.
that.
Dow on
Okay.
8th Street and get you some glasses.
All
Oh,
right.
I didn't mention, they do have summer school that for our children to go to. But I want somebody who is in authority to let me know the purpose of summer school, because I have heard that this is what I thought summer school was for, to help students who maybe didn't quite succeed in a subject or something in the fall, that he could go in the summer and make that class up.
That's just one part of it, isn't it, Ms.
I
Hunter? Don't
thought
you have an
that was it.
opportunity? Don't
Or
you have an
maybe if he
opportunity too to add to the credits that you need? I remember back when I was in high school and wanted to go to
Summer school,
summer
right?
school or something, and
And
I could
you
take a
can-
course that I wouldn't have time to take in the fall. All that was available
That's
in the
right,
summer
and
school
maybe, and
program.
then I thought maybe if you miss too many days out of school, well, you go to summer school so you can make those days up if because I thought that was the purpose for advancement, for summer school, to advance you, to get rid of some of the things that you had, some shortcomings that you had in the fall. Now, if it's not that, I want to know, and I have a reason for knowing that.
Well, Mrs. Hunter, you spend more years in the school system than a lot of us ever went to school. If you don't understand what summer school is about by now, I don't know. I
How
mean, who
would
you
you
expect to
not know?
call?
Because-
I know who we can talk to.
What?
Dr. Melvin Todd. Dr. Todd, former instructor there at Douglas
That's
High
right.
School, or former state superintendent on the board there as superintendents. But maybe,
Right.
that's something we'll look forward to finding out more about. But summer school is an advancement. Summer school is encouragement.
That's what I
Summer
thought.
school is supposed to help prepare you for the fall. But okay, we're back to June 26th, June 27th. Miss Black Oklahoma
26,
time.
you said it right. You
Okay.
said 26. That's exactly right.
That's the
Because
judge's big dinner.
that is a Friday, and that's my day.
That's your
I
day.
want the parents and the community to come for breakfast on that Friday morning, because I have a wonderful speaker that's going to talk with you, a speaker that you've never heard in your life. And please believe me, you will enjoy this speech.
Who
And
is
it's
it?
going to be on Friday, and the breakfast is at 7:30. All breakfasts are at 7:30.
7:30.
Right.
And everything starts promptly there with Miss Black. We will be headquartered at the Days Inn South. They're on the interstate going toward Norman. And we will be in June 20th, 27th. There will be churches that we will be visiting on June 20th. There will be businesses that we will be going by June 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. But then there on the 26th, when the judges' dinner breakfast start, judges' dinner, judges' breakfast, and the judges' luncheon, that's when the activities get more serious than you'd ever thought about.
That's
But Ms.
right,
Hunt, I'm
because
looking
you
forward
have-
to it.
You have a program one day, do you not?
Yes, I'm not sure what it is this year, but you'll be hearing about it. If you keep listening to the Clara Luper radio show here on KTLV 1220, call that friend. I know that they're listening now.
And so do I. And I wanted to tell you to have a nice day, and please go to church on Sunday. Bye now.
Was that to me?
No,
I'm
I'm
okay.
talking to the radio audience.
Phil looking at me and said, "Is she talking to you, Kelly?" we
no,
all
Kelly
your
goes
former
to-
students out here, Miss Hunter, and we will be in somebody's church Sunday morning. Now, it may not be your church, but we'll be in somebody's church. I plan on going to Fifth Street Baptist Church because I've been there and I love it. And I invite you, if you're looking for a church home, to come by 801 Northeast Fifth Street. So, Mrs. Hunter, thank you so much for calling, and thank you so much for the encouragement and the many things that you've done to help make this city, this state, and our community a much, much better place.
And don't forget, children can come to our meeting on Monday night at 7 o'clock, ANACP meeting. Bye now.
This part of the program has been brought to you by Dr. A.L. Dowell. Is located at 934 Northeast 8th Street. Dr. Dowell, thank you so much. I wouldn't have been able to read that ad if it hadn't been for these glasses. But, during the summertime, your child, or you may not even be paying that much attention to your eyesight. A lot of times we talk about it while school is going on, being able to see the blackboard and all that. But this is a good time to go in, have your eyes checked, have a thorough eye examination. Dr. A.L. Dow, 934 Northeast 8th Street. He's listed. You can call for an appointment. Gideon's 300 store. Now, that is the place. That is the place. Now, if you're interested in African wear, if you're interested in African artifacts, foods from foreign countries, Gideon's 300 store is located at 6006 Southwestern Avenue. At Gideon's, they take care of you, and they have some of the most beautiful fashions that you have ever seen. But then we've been waiting. We've talked a lot about what's going on in Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana. You know that. We've told you what is going to be happening June 26th, 27th, and that's the Judges' Dinner as a part of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. You heard about the scheduling events that we keep bouncing around and not getting right. But we have live and in living color, a young lady on the telephone that knows it all, and I'm certain that she's going to inspire us all. Good morning, Aunt Nancy. How are you doing?
Good morning, Calvin, and how are you this morning?
Fantastic.
Well, I've heard Mrs. Luper, and then I heard Mrs. Hunter, and I heard you talking about Miss Black Oklahoma.
And now I want to hear you talk about it.
I'm really, really excited about Miss Black Oklahoma.
Okay. Aunt Nancy, now, as a part of the Miss Black Oklahoma staff and as a participant in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant for the last 26 years, what will be your role this year at the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant that will be headquartered at the Days Inn South?
Yes, I heard about that.
Right. What will you be doing?
One thing about it, those young ladies are receiving the best of training, and they're getting educational workshop that will help them, and is lasting through life. So I'm really happy that I am a member of the group, and that we will host the Nancy Davis Breakfast on Wednesday, which will be June the 24th.
June the 24th, Wednesday, 7:30 a.m. Miss Hunter pointed out that all the breakfasts start at 7:30. Now, who will be the guest speaker at your breakfast, man?
Well, my guest speaker is one that Mrs. Luper selected. Her name is Nancy Lynn Davis.
Okay. You talking about the English instructor there at Northeast High School?
Yes, and
you talking about your daughter?
Wonderful instructor.
Yeah, right.
I'm really proud of her.
I am too. Now, Nancy Lynn will be the speaker at the Nancy Lynn Davis will be the guest speaker at the Nancy Davis Breakfast. One thing that we do during the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, we on the staff kind of compete with each other. And we be worried about what your color scheme is going to be and how you're going to partake and work with the theme of egoistic dreams. Kind of give us a brief idea there so I can help start planning my function.
Well, I can't give you my secret, but we are planning some beautiful decorations, and of course my color is blue. And you know blue means true. So we are going to have some beautiful decoration, and we'll have a nice program. And I'm sure the young ladies will find out a lot and will be helped toward this week's activity. So I would say to those young ladies, congratulations who are participating, and especially to Demetria Starks, who is representing Midwest City, and to Dara Robinson, who is representing the great city of Spencer, Oklahoma.
Okay. Nancy, now Nancy Lynn Davis, your daughter, the instructor there at Northeast High School, will be the speaker. That's correct. But it's not. Let me ask you something about Nancy Lynn. Will she be teaching this summer, or will she just be traveling around the world?
Well, now, I really don't know because I can't keep up with my daughter and she can't keep up with me. She's involved in so many different activities and workshops until I'll have to let you talk to her about what she's going to do this summer.
Okay.
But I'll tell you that I'm working hard, too, with the Dungey School reunion. You know, our reunion is August the 7th through 9th. And we're asking all of the Dungey students to be sure to attend this reunion because it's going to be held at the Clara on Lincoln Boulevard here in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And, too, I am working with Janelle Ballard, who is the publicity chairman, and we are getting ads to support this reunion, and they are giving special honor to my husband, Fred C. Davis, the late Fred C. Davis, and the late Sarah Ferguson, and to Lois Swain, who was just killed in a car wreck about a month and a half ago. So we want to make sure that this reunion is one of the best. We are asking all of the students to be sure to take out a family ed program. You know, the Anderson family took out a program last year, and the Willie Chapel family, and it's just beautiful to see how the families have grown and what they are doing.
Well, I'm looking forward to August the 7th. But right now, my intentions and my concentration is during the week of June 20th through the 27th. There's Daisy in South, where we will be preparing for the Miss Black Oklahoma 1998 pageant that will be in Oscar Rose.
Wait a minute.
So,
I want you to know that this year at the school reunion, that the class of 1954, the first class that I sponsored,
54.
we will hold a class reunion the first day, August the 7th, at the Clarion Hotel, and it will be from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and we are going to honor people like Clara Luper, Reverend Parker, Donna Thomas, and those people who have made outstanding contributions.
Well, Auntie, you know, I'm always looking forward to anything that happens at Dungy. I think in 1954, those guys seemed so much taller. The young lady seemed so much taller then. And being a teacher's son, I used to get thumped quite frequently for walking down the halls there at Dungy High School. Well, we'll wait on that. We will be talking about that more here on the Clara Luper Radio Show.
I want you to know that they must contact anybody who attended schools.
They need to keep listening to the Clara Luper.
Ari Oliver.
They need to keep listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show, and between now and August the 7th, they will have a lot of information about that. Miss Black Oklahoma time is now. Allstate Insurance Company, your agent, Marilyn Hildred. Even though she's not in the city now, the office is open. It's located at 730 West Britain Road. April is there. I don't know who's helping April today, but April is there, and she can take care of any of your insurance needs. We're talking about home insurance, life insurance, boat insurance, motorcycle insurance, any insurance needs you have. Give us an opportunity. Give Marilyn's office, give April an opportunity to give you a free quote, 843-0811. Well, time is moving on around and moving on down, Phil. Do we have that last one queued up here? Just a little bit of one while we start getting ready to go into the next segment of the show. Thank you so much, Aunt Nancy. I appreciate it.
I want to say that Allstate Insurance will also be hosting a reception on Wednesday night, the 24th, and we want to make sure that everybody will come.
Well, we will be talking about the pageant more and more. We have 20, what is it? The pageant's the 27th, tomorrow's the 1st, so what that gives us 27 days to prepare ourselves and to prepare the community for the Miss Black Oklahoma 1998 pageant.
Well, okay.
You know, Aunt Nancy, I'm asking everyone out there that has a business or would just like to show their own welcome and to show their appreciation to the contestants. Now, next week we will be giving you the names of all of the contestants, where they're from and all that. But then you can start preparing now. Get your magic marker, a white piece of cardboard, and say, welcome, Miss Black Oklahoma. Thank you, Miss Black Oklahoma contestants. But you've heard about it here. We know you've called that friend, you called that neighbor, and they know about it too. So let's take this quick 30-second pause right here, a minute or so. But we know you're going to love this. Isn't that right, Phil? Phil, all these school teachers. Okay, go, Phil. Go, boy. Go. Good, and I know that you two are enjoying it, but we're running out of time here on this portion of the Clara Luper Radio Show. We want you to know from Gates Barbershop. It's located at 2609 North Martin Luther King, where we make people beautiful. They're open today. We invite you to go by their hometown IGA, where you can get the best in any foods, all foods. They got the freshest meats, the coldest milk. Hometown IGA, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street. Thank you so much, Dr. L. Dowell. It's located 934 Northeast 8th Street. Dr. Dowell, we appreciate not only what you're doing today, but what you've done to help make our city and our community a much better place. Chauncey Charadina, 1643 Northeast 50th Street. Gideon's 300 store. That is the place. 6006 Southwest. Exotic Florist. Exotic Florist. So what else can I say? 3620 North Lincoln Boulevard. Maryland, we know you're having a great time there at the Notre Dame Cathedral. But we know that your office is also open. It's at 730 West Britain Road. But I know a lot of you have been asking me all week, Calvin, Whose birthday you going to talk about this week? I want you to know the Big Daddy and I in a conference late last night and early this morning. We got together a list of people whose birthdays we'll be celebrating, and I'm trying to get warmed up here to sing that song. But Big Daddy presents, along with the Clara Luper Radio Show, that today Ron Tyson, Terry Watkins, Irvin Box, Vernon Moore, Bobby Champagne, Freddie Hendrick, Danny Hodge, Alton Blakely, Kevin Easley, Mary Easley, Merv Johnson, Elma Wilson, Rex Privet, Renee Morton. Or is that Martin Renee? No, that's Renee Martin. Annie Stewart, Mike King, Jack Reynolds. And a special happy birthday goes out to good friend Thurman Thomas, who's celebrating his birthday today. So I know by now that friend and neighbor, all of y'all, turn your radio up way up loud because we're finna get it right here. Do I have the right beat, Phil? Yeah, I do. Okay, there we go. Happy birthday to all of you. Happy birthday to all of you. And may you have many, many more. More. This has been the Clara Luper Radio Show. We want you to know that we appreciate you listening, and we look forward to talking to you again next Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned to KTLV, the liveliest, the best radio station in Oklahoma City.
The views and opinions expressed